Here are tips that will make you as fast as Geoffrey Hurlings, James Bubba Stewart, and Eli Tomac combined. You'll be untouchable, my guy. Alright, guys, let's get real. So, here are some tips that I practiced, and now I can run laps consistently, and I've massively dropped my lap times by like a lot over the course of a few weeks. You'll have to like grind these out to see results, but take what you can from them. So, we'll get started. So, tip number one will be getting comfortable. Pick your bike. I tested every bike in the game. My favorites were Honda and Cowie. I went with Honda because I feel it handles the best and has amazing power. Each bike you'll see, you test them all, they all handle different, they give different power. Just Honda was a beginner friendly bike for me, I thought. But mess around with them, you'll see what you can get from them. So that is tip number one. And now for tip number two is counter leaning. So counter leaning is done when turning. You want to either lean your body weight slightly left and sit back, or slightly right and sit forward. This allows you to carry more speed around turns. So I'll show you what I mean here in one of these turns. So if you sit slightly back and lean slightly left, this is the result you get. You'll tuck into the corner, get around quicker, and gain time. And tip number three will be seat bouncing. Seat bouncing is done by sitting down and leaning back, getting weight down to the entrance of a jump. On the face of the jump, you want to sit up and allow your suspension to reload, giving you a higher, longer jumping distance. Now, tip number four, guys. It's being creative. I see a lot of guys, they just like, I don't know, they'll keep using the same line, or they'll be all over the place. Being all over the place, obviously, you're not comfortable. You gotta get comfortable. But being creative, what I mean is, take an outside line or take an inside line each lap, because when you come to a lapper or you come to a guy you want to pass and he's in your line that you keep taking, you'll go into a new line, you'll panic because you're not used to that line, you're not used to how it flows. So I would be creative and try different lines. And for tip number five, now this is an important one, so it's throttle control. Here I'm at MX Club, I'm going through the whoops, and throttle control, basically a lot of new players live up to the name grip it and rip it. It's not a milestone game, it's not an MX versus ATV game, it's MxBikes, it's a simulator game. You can't just gas the bike full throttle in turns and going through certain bumps. You have to understand that sometimes less throttle is faster. Less throttle can help you carry more flow. Aggressive throttle will put you on the ground. And you can watch this, what smooth throttle control looks like. And now number six is whips, everyone's favorite. So whips and scrubs game time, as we all know. So get your Bubba scrubs on if you want to drop your lap times. If you're struggling to whip, be patient. Not all jumps are easy to whip. So just fiddle around with it. You'll get it eventually, guys. Rome wasn't built in a day. Just showing you some whips. I can do a tutorial on how to do them if you want. And for tip number seven, now I would do this after you have, I wouldn't enter a race being realistic until you hit 100 hours at least. You should be at novice level by then, or even amateur maybe, around 100 hours. So I would recommend entering novice races to begin with to see where your speed is, as there's a lot of races you can enter nearly every day. I'll put the website in the description below, so be sure to check it out. It's a great way to learn how to be more consistent as you log laps. You can gain speed by following faster riders also. Here I was racing DMT race series. That's like a mixture. You have, let me see, you have like beginners, you have amateurs, you have semi-pros and pros. You get like 10 top pros in it. In this race, I managed P21, P20, qualified 24th, straight to the A main, but like most championships will have an A and a B main, top 70 will get in. So from first to maybe 34th will go A main, and the rest will go to the B main. And then if you qualify outside the top 70, you're going home. So make sure you bring your A game. But yeah, guys, the fun, you get to learn how other riders ride, you get to learn the race pace, you get used to being around people, which I find like if you just jump into a race for the first time, you'll see it's it's hard. Like that's where you want your lines being good by being creative, as I said earlier. So you don't like bump into guys and you can kind of like maneuver around them. As you can see here, I'm following Damien, I believe it is, in P22. I'm kind of keeping my distance because there's like four guys right in front of me, and the majority of the time they will go down, and if you're right behind them, you will go down too. So kind of hold a gap until you know you have a passing spot. And for the last tip is have fun. I can't stress it enough, guys. It's a game. Some people get very like frustrated with it. They kind of I don't know, they'll play it and just throw it away. But be patient, guys. Keep practicing what I'm telling you, and you will drop your lap times. You'll have fun with it. You know, Rome wasn't built in a day, as we say. But yeah, guys, I tried to keep this video as short and as sweet as I could. So if you like it and enjoy the content and want to see more, please subscribe. And until next time, I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.